Okay, this video is aimed at guys who want to be referrers, but they want us to do the work, and it's aimed at position owners as an option. And I'm just going to explain it because it makes so much sense when you hear it, and I'll let you guys decide what you're doing with it, okay? Because it's all new. But here we go. So we already know that we can get leads pretty quick and we can keep dripping on them, and there's so many ways to go after them that we can really suck a lot of juice out of that orange. If I've got 1,000 leads and I can get 10 guys responding to one offer, I can also get 10 guys responding to another, 10 guys responding to another, because there's so many things that we can put out. Okay, so as we organize all the independent pitches and start lining them up, and we send them from different email addresses from apparently different senders, and then we're contacting people and sending them, even to the site, that's cool, because whoever's responding positively and comes to the site will either buy in or not to the offer we send them. But if we send them another one later and they go back to the site, they might be like, oh yeah, this site, but that's a new offer. I haven't seen this. Oh, that's interesting. I actually want it. You know, you got to catch people when they're ready to buy and in the right mood, so that they're listening. And if you're offering them something they can comprehend, or it just clicks when they hear it. Okay, here's the thing. Think about every asset that we're putting out as being a $20 payout to us and $20 to the referrer. Okay. In the case where we're making sales on our own, it's $40 to us as the profit. Okay. And I'm pointing that out because there are position owners who are considering all this stuff. So for position owners, if we're putting stuff out on our own, then profit's 40, you earn 20. Okay. Now, if referrers are also pitching as hard as they can, that's the advantage, right? It's no matter how much marketing we do at the top, if referrers come in and they're also marketing, that's additional sales, all right? Never let that feel like it's less money from commissions, because the referrers will get 20 bucks, we get 20 bucks, so the position owners get 10 bucks, right? Because it's 10 bucks of the 20 profit, right? So what's the point there? When we make the sales, position owners get 20 bucks per sale. When referrers make the sale, position owners get 10 bucks per sale. But that's great because those are two pools of income. Everything that we can do and everything the referrers do add together. So it's this plus that added together. That's good. Now, I'm going to make 2 points here. One is this. I'm tying this system that we're locking and loading, where we're doing it, with the fact that you, as referrers, are getting in, and you can dabble, but you can send one at a time. I'm sure we'll upgrade this pretty soon so you can send more. But what I want is to make it possible for you guys to sign up as referrers, top up your demo balance, pay with PayPal or Stripe. So just simply connect. Where is it? Connect. Where is it? Somewhere in here. Connect an account. Add payout account, right? Connect an account, PayPal or Stripe, label it, stick it in here, get it going, okay? Then I want you to top up your demo balance with whatever you feel like topping it up with. Why? Because by now, we've been pulling so much of the development of what it takes to pop the sales on this end that we're going to start assigning those guys to you. Why? Because our ability to send even 50,000 emails a day is great, but that's 40 emails per email account. All right? And so we have to get a bunch of email accounts. Right? We have to rotate through them, and we have to move hard and fast. Now, we can grab enough leads to do it, and we can move fast enough every day to be able to pull that kind of thing off. Okay? Yeah, it take a bit of build up, some couple of weeks or so, 3, before we have enough leads in play, before we have enough accounts, and we have to warm up the accounts. That'll take like a week and a half. But by the time we're done doing all that stuff, then the accounts are able to send like 40 emails a day. Okay, so it would take like 1,000 email accounts to send 40,000 a day, right? So that 1,000, that's like 5 emails per domain. So we need like 200 domains to do it. It's not impossible. It's just effort, time, and it costs money. But like I said, we've already been figuring out the numbers. Even at the very, very low end, it's like $44 can lock in a guy who's usually going to wind up spending like $400 a month, maybe more, and then probably crossing over and getting some of the other services soon. And then monies that come off of that add up pretty quick. So what we know is that it's profitable, no question. The return on ad spend is great, right? And by the time we get, like in a few weeks, by the time we get conversions down, because we keep hitting the same people with different deals, right? And they're just going to want to keep adding up. I mean, we'll upsell, cross-sell these guys as we go, and we have more stuff to add in. You guys earn for every payment they ever make in the system, no matter how big or small it is. So whether they're canceling some services, adding some other ones, generating images in their back end, you guys earn your share from that, okay? And what that means is if you're providing the money, we can do all the work easily now because AI is controlling it, and we're controlling the AI that controls it. So if you let us just do it, but you're providing the money, we can start cycling, we can start assigning the buyers in your accounts, okay? That's what I really want to do. I want all the buyers going into referral accounts, okay? I don't want the buyers coming into mine per se for the whole nation, okay? I want buyers coming in through the referral accounts because I want to build you guys up and I want you to get in and get going. I want to make this thing happen. And now, that's so that you guys who are referrers realize there has to be marketing expense, but if we do it and you're putting the money in and we're getting the email accounts on your behalf and we're creating, remember all those things that have to happen, the teaser videos in some cases, the DET demos are going to happen, generic website demos and real domain website demos. We're controlling that. We're understanding that with AI. We're making the decisions. We're adding the people into the system. We're setting the demos off for the people to all get hooked up. And as they come in, they're going to get assigned to you guys very directly. Okay? Now, that way you guys start earning your fifth of that kind of revenue constantly. Okay? I want that to happen. We still profit, but you allow us to grow super fast. Why do I want that to happen super fast? Because we have a limited window right now where the amount of power is here and the people's comprehension of it is here. Now, we've spent gobs of money into building this thing, and it's awesome, and it's automated, and everything can run like an AI-driven business. It's more than we ever thought we would build when we were talking about calling companies for leads way back then. And that was the original form of this program. Now it's way beyond that. We're selling what AI makes possible today, and very, very few people have anything at this level. So this is why I'm gunning hard for you guys to get in. I know that if I were to do it myself, I get 100% of the pie I can generate from my own efforts, money, time. But if I'm inviting you guys in and we can scope this out, then for the time and the effort and the money and the ability to add to the back end and upsell people, my slice of that pie that's growing, my slice of that pie is way bigger than my original pie could have been if I was just doing it all myself. Okay? So that's why I want you guys in, because I make more money while you make more money. And the whole thing's going to be transparent because it's going to happen in real time. Every time anybody signs up, you're going to see everything just update right then and there in the system. It's beautiful. And I want this happening, and I want to be fully transparent about it because I want you guys to see what's going on. I'm really proud of this, and I want to show it off. And I want you guys to earn. I want to know that all you guys that support us to get here are earning. All you guys who keep supporting us are going to earn a lot, because we're to the point of AI managed sales with AI managed jobs being handled so that no human has to do it. We just in the back end figuring out how to load balance better, what else we can put into the spectrum and make available in the dashboard or through emails. But all of this is really AI run, and it's really at the top of its game. So everybody wants in when they catch on. Now, how does that affect position owners? This is cool. Say you got in as a position owner. Whatever sales that we'd be making, it would be 20 and 20, right? Would be the idea. $40 profit off an asset, but it's 20 and 20. You'd be making $20 per asset sold through the whole system. But divided into your share of the total, position ownership, right? For all the position owners. But when the refers are in, they're getting their cut. But what if you're coming in as a position owner and you're also topping up demo balances so that we can market and you're included in this? This becomes cool because guess what you're getting now? You're getting $20 direct referral payments here for your account. For all the guys that we're assigning you from the money's used for your advertising, but we're going to pool it. We're going to make sure to be fair with everybody as they're putting money in and we're getting the sales. We're going to line them up appropriately to the amount of money people are putting in. Okay. So if somebody's putting a lot more in than someone else, they get a lot more marketing out of it. So they're going to get a lot more result. We're going to just simply assign them more people. We're going to finally have this thing to a point where we can basically say, for a certain amount of money, you're going to get a certain number of people. But it will be profitable because we're already at the point where we're 95% of the way to full automation. And if I were just to call those guys live, just from reading those messages in that list of messages of interested people and reading it, I mean, I've gone through that for years. I know what they're saying. I know how to reply to that. I know how to have those conversations. I know how to lock them in. I know how to work them up. Their profit, it's definite profit already at a human level. I just want it automated so that we can scale because we have this huge advantage right now and we have a limited window of time where we can really maximize it before that gap starts to close. Okay. So this is a rat race. Now, thinking about it that way is cool because everything is ready for full AI business marketing and job production. So if you're position owners and you come in here and you pound some money in, whatever you feel like putting in, and you don't need to, but if you do, then not only do you earn the $20 as a referrer here, but from the $20 that we get, you get 10. So you're getting time and a half. You're not just getting half of the profits, you're getting 75% of the profits on everything assigned to you. And 50% of our profits on everything else. But this is going to scale super fast. My goal is to get you guys at 6 times over super fast because I think we can now. I think we're really close. I think we're just couple of weeks away, just warming up emails as we buy them and put them in, test a few more messages because the website's done. Everything is done. And the messages we've been sending the guys through the system are close, but a week behind pitching at the right level because we did so much in a week. It actually was like a week and a half, but 9 days from what we used to send to what we can send now is extraordinary. So the idea that it would take us, or the idea that we get one response out of 100 is going to really drop to more like 1 out of 20. And probably we're going to convert half of those guys on something, okay, instead of only a quarter of those guys. So instead of it being $44 to get a sell, it'll be like 1 in 20 respond, 11 cents, $1.10, $2.20. And then half, it could be, 1 in 20, right? Yeah, what is that? $2.20? $2.20 per sell. That could happen soon, like within a couple of weeks of just testing and pushing. We can keep reaching out to tons of companies around the nation, all the industries. We can even have, when they say, I want a demo, we can even have our AI call them back because that already works. Calling out already works. And it can discuss with them. It can time the demo off the emails and discuss with them and lead them to the right solution to take off with it. Now, I have chat with the demo agent because we went through so much role playing until we learned how to use AI to role play it to even perfect it. So it never asks the same question twice and stuff. And it is amazing If you talk to it, you get sold on the value of using it. And the more we play with perfecting this whole AI angle for AI sales, for AI jobs, for AI communications, AI assistance, the better it gets. And it's going to get better anyway because AI just keeps improving full speed. For those of you who've been paying attention, there's some updates coming out even later this month that are amazing. Apparently, we're reaching a point where voice, in the next like 2 weeks at the most, some offerings should be able to make voice so good that it doesn't even mechanically pause when somebody interrupts it. It knows how to trail off. It knows how to kind of like hum and haw and pick up where you left off smartly and according to rules, set for realistic speech. And there's more. There's more. It's just, there's more because you know what AI's been doing. It's insane. So if you guys get in now and start pushing now and let us just take it over now, we'll get that last 2% finished up because everything's done. All the hard stuff is done. Now we're just playing with the variables. But let's get the marketing budget in on your behalf and just start assigning you tons of leads. There's going to be tons of people coming in your way. And so, I don't know, come in with whatever you want to come in with, whether it's $200 or $2,000 or more. Because again, it's the same thing. It's a distribution. We'll be assigning credits in terms of distribution. But for all the guys who come in, especially PO, position owners, you just double up on the profits you get. And the speed of recovery, therefore, becomes so much faster because you're able to pick up from here anything that you weren't able to do before in terms of maybe you couldn't put in as much as a bunch of other guys. So your share would be coming slower or smaller. But because of this, that's 2 parts to the pie. That's the part you get through the referrer level plus the part you get from our profit. So we're still doing the best we can to cover everyone and minimize their effort and maximize their gains without hurting ourselves, but finally able to catch everyone else up because for once we can scale to an insane level with nothing requiring human work that slows us down. Okay. That's my pitch. Some of you guys are going to realize it, you're going to join, and you're going to start funding. Others of you are going to wait. So be it. We're still going to be paying out the payouts to everyone appropriately as we get them in. Just keep in mind that this is fire. Being able to sign up for here, we sign things in, people sign up, and there's like a 7-day delay before your 50% earnings off these profits. And this is commissions ongoing. That's the other final point I want to make for position owners. What happens after your 6 times return is over? You might be thinking about reinvesting, right? Well, this is better. Instead of thinking about a potential 6-time return on growth, what if you're just making half of the profits from everyone that's pouring in this way for life of their payments, even after your 6 times over is recovered? So this is how you increase that portfolio to keep you going because this is that next program that overlaps. Yeah. So I know, and I'm sorry that we haven't been at a point of making payouts before, but what we were doing before was calling and saying, hey, do you want leads? And then we were going to set up the websites kind of manually. Well, manually we had to. I mean, through our system, so it was kind of efficient, but still hard. But all of that wasn't working so well, so we started expanding. Now we're at a point where everything is AI business 100%, which is insane, but totally there. And we can pump it out to the tune of like 50,000 email contacts a day. And by the way, that's per account. We actually can keep scaling, okay? There's no real such thing as a limit. If the money's pouring in, it's one-time payments for kicking off the marketing that compounds upon itself. The bigger and faster and harder that snowball effect kicks off, okay, then seriously, this gap that we have for the amount of time we have to close it, now is the best time to say, if you came in with what's the saying? In for a penny, in for a pound. If you came in before and time has passed and you're like, man, I want the payouts, yes, you'll get them because everything's AI now. But you're going to be capped at your 6 times over and you're going to love to see it, I know. But by the time that cap hits, what if people caught up, And then this is a little slower, right? We want this window. And you want this window. You want to be locked into as much as you can in the way of commissions from guys who've already started to get in and they love what they're doing. And we're just pounding new power in the back end like everyone else. But we've got the guys. They want in on our end. They'll get whatever other tools they want, but they like what they got from here. They've been building it up. They don't want to lose it, right? Because we're serious. And yeah, this system is a representation of that. You've heard of guys create websites that can control themselves, but then that's AI control every expense, right? I talked to a guy who said, what if I just use a system that creates a whole bunch of totally unique websites? I said, all right. Said, so then you're going to charge for upgrading them all, right? Yeah. Said, but do they all have the same back end? It's like, well, how could they? I mean, I built them to be original. Oh, so you have to give rules for upgrading each website according to that website. So your system has to go kind of like double check how that website works, figure out how to make changes to it, hopefully do it without breaking anything, then go to the next website, try to figure out how it works again, make some changes to it, hopefully don't break anything, go to the next one. You know how expensive that is? Compared to us using a back-end content management system that has all the tools perfectly aligned for all those totally different sites. So when we use our control panel, we make changes that cascade all through the sites and update all the sites, but they are all beating from the same heart, right? So when we make those changes, they work, and they work across all the websites. And if there is a problem, it'll affect all the websites. We'll fix it suddenly, and none of the websites are affected anymore. And the next time we go to make updates, it's the same thing, fast, and we don't even have to use AI for a lot of that because there's no need. We don't have to rediscover how to make the update. We just do it on one website and then say, okay, that's how the coding works, so wash, rinse, repeat across them all. I don't know too many people who have a system like this at all. And so that's why I wanted to build it, because it's fully AI businesses. It's not just websites anymore. All right, I've made my pitch. Now, I do need to give you guys a bit of warning. Our family flies to Germany for 10 days starting tomorrow, okay? So I'll be in and out of contact, and I'll be in a totally different time zone. My wife's parents finally got their Schengen visa to leave Belarus and meet us in Germany, where her brother lives and has been living as long as my wife has been here in the U.S., 99. And even that's not easy. Lufthansa workers are striking. And so their entire flight in from Vilnius to Frankfurt totally got blocked, and we had to get them another flight as a workaround, but they're coming like 3 days later. So we're going to be there with her brother, waiting for her parents for 3 days we shouldn't have had to. Out of the 10, we had a chance to get to them. And my wife hasn't seen her parents in 10 years. So it's painful that we have that delay before seeing her parents after all. But here's what I want to say. I will still be in contact. I'm still going to run the marketing from there, especially during those first few days because her parents can't come. So we'll be doing some things, but not as much as we would have been doing if her parents would have been there. So I'm going to keep working on this. And if you guys are pumping money in, I'm going to get that sales stuff going. What I really want is to come home either already with automated scaling profits, which I love to do while we're in Germany because I can show it off. I mean, that's just cool, right? And if I can't quite be there by then, I want to be there like super fast after when we get back and I can just lay back into work. One of the two. But either way, I want you guys to start getting a tremendous amount of commissions coming in automatically. And especially for those of you who've pushed us this far and who've been loyal to the cause, who've donated over and over again, who've helped us develop, who've just kept up the belief, who've really watched us grow and said, I want to be there. And I'm telling you, I have never seen anything work this well before. The websites we've been spinning off totally automatically are amazing. And we're just going all in on it now. I mean, all in, because 100% AI controlled businesses that automate themselves and upgrade themselves and we can do that at scale, beats the competition. And then dedicated employee teams to boot. When we create the websites, they have their own dedicated employee teams built in. And then for the real company, they can also have dedicated employee teams. Their dedicated employee teams can communicate with the dedicated employee teams of the other websites. And their workers are down to doing like 10% of the work they used to do, but they're getting 40 times as much done. They're all happy. They're going to feel like they belong to the best business in their area, in their niche. That's cool. Okay, so we get to really front that economic seesaw shift for our clients. We get to really amaze them. And they're going to keep coming back for more. And anything that they get from Rocket Your Biz, you referrers are getting your share for life of the customer. All the payments they keep making. Okay? All right. I hope I sold you on this because I'm sold. We spent all our money on the development. And so we need a marketing budget to really go ballistic. I mean, I can do the small stuff like 3,000 mails a month now. But if we go ballistic right now with this gap being here, we are absolutely going to clean house because, yeah, everything is amazing. All right. I hope I sold you on this idea. Come in if you want. Wait if you want. You know, it's really up to each of you how you think about it. But if you do think about it, realize the value of what we can do if we're using that emailing system and applying the people into this system, getting the refers their cut, and you position owners are also getting your cut. It's two income streams added on top of each other. And then even when this one dies off, you still got this other one built the hell up. And now, during this time, is the time to build it because that's where you're going to get the biggest round before attrition starts in over the next years, right? And hopefully it goes like this. Hopefully it goes like that. All right. See you guys. I can't wait. I can't wait to get you going. Okay.